Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Raksha Mam Krishna 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 Raksha Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Raksha Mam Krishna 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 Raksha Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Rama Radhav Rama Radhav Rama Radhav Raksha Mam Rama Radhav Rama Radhav Rama Radhav Raksha Mam Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Pahi Mam Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Hare 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 Jagannath Swami Nayana पथगामी यमुना पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयना पथगामी नयना पथगामी भवतु Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Rakhyamam. Krishna, 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 Rakhyamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Rakhyamam. Krishna, 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 Rakhyamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Jagannath Swami Nayana Nayana Vajrani Bhavatu Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rakhyamam Krishna 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 Rakhyamam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Pahi Mam Rama Raghav Rama Raghav Rama Raghav Rakhyamam Rama Raghav Rama Raghav Rama Raghav Rakhyamam Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Pahi Mam Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Krishna Keshav Pahi Mam Krishna 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 Hare 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 Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rakhyamam Krishna 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 Rakhyamam Krishna 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 Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Namaste Pranam. Jai Srila
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anil Uncle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, Uncle. So, Prabhuji, it's all over to you. Whenever you're ready, we can start.
Okay.
You should be able to present, Prabhuji.
Going to share my screen. Let me know when it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Itinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivash Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, thank you to all the devotees in Reading Bhakti Vriksha for organizing this satsang program and for creating an opportunity to talk about Lord Jagannath, Lord Baldev, Mother Subhadra, and their upcoming Rath Yatra. I grew up in India, so I had known about Rath Yatra. I used to live in city of Baroda. So every year, Asad Sud Bij, that is the Indian calendar month and Tithi, on that day, Rath Yatra would happen. And there would be devotees dancing on the street, pulling the cart of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. We would receive some Mahaprasad, but there was one, in India there is a fruit called jambun that appear during the monsoon season. Actually, the color of jambun is very much like color of Krishna, the outside color. So they have jambun and they have mango. The jambun, mango, or sometimes they would have the sprouted mung beans. They would mix those three together and give us Mahaprasad. So fond memories of Rath Yatra. But if I recall, what I saw in the Rath Yatra was mostly a procession, devotees chanting, receiving Mahaprasad, the roads being closed, and so on. Srila Prabhupada's mercy introduced, I would say to me, introduced me to Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And that may be true for many others on this call and around the world, that Srila Prabhupada's mercy introduced all of us to the mercy of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra. Some of us who grew up in India might have seen Rath Yatra, but might not have understand who Lord Jagannath is, Lord Baldev is, Mother Subhadra is. What is the significance of Rath Yatra? Actually, when I, in US, this was many years ago, I used to live with my cousin brother. And the Tobacco Temple had organized a Rath Yatra. So I asked my cousin brother and his family to come for the Rath Yatra. And when they saw Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they were asking me, oh, is this Sitaram Lakshman? So I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know, right? Who is Lord Jagannath, who's Lord Baldev, who's Subhadra. Some things it is Sitaram Lakshman, somebody else thinks something else. But by Prabhupada's mercy on us, we came to know who Lord Jagannath is. And it is by his mercy we came to know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So if you can see this picture, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is manifested Panchatattva form. This is called in 5 features. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Adi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda. This is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expanded himself in 5 features. It's called Panchatattva. So by Prabhupada's mercy, we understood, or we came to know about Lord Jagannath. By Prabhupada's mercy, we came to know about Lord Chaitanya. And by the mercy, if we want to understand Lord Chaitanya, and if we want to really understand Lord Jagannath, we have to understand the mood of Lord Chaitanya and who Lord Chaitanya is, how he viewed Jagannath. Because Lord Jagannath, if we see the history of Jagannath Puri, there are some people who think Lord Jagannath is Buddha. And the Jagannath Puri was invaded by so many different people, right? So some people thought that's a Devi Ma. Some people used to worship. There was a time when Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath was worshipped as a Devi or a goddess, right? An expansion of Mother Durga or something. And then as Lord Buddha, when the Buddhist invasion took place on Jagannath Puri. So one has to see Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. One has to anoint their eyes. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. One has to anoint their eyes with the Anjan of Prema. And then when we see Lord Jagannath, Lord Baldev and Subhadra Maya, then we have the real darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And that is the darshan that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always used to relish. So by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have received Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the association of his associates like Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Acharya, Srivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, Murari Das Gupta, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Kasi Mitra, Tapan Mishra, so many. And by their mercy, Rup Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Jiv Goswami, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vrindavan Das Thakur, so many associates. Through them, we understand the nature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nature of Sri Jagannath, and the nature of Sri Shyama Shyam. Srila Prabhupada mercifully introduced Sri Jagannath Rath Yatra all over the world. And this is one of my favorite pictures of Srila Prabhupada. If somebody asks me, name my top 5 favorite pictures of Srila Prabhupada, amongst the top 5, the top 3 I would say is one, Srila Prabhupada dancing in front of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra in the Rath Yatra. And I have read in the books that as the Rath was being pulled, suddenly Srila Prabhupada stood up from his Vyasasana and he raised his hands and he started dancing. And when the devotees write that when Prabhupada started dancing, the whole crowd became electric. It was just like out of the world experience for all the devotees, the whole crowd. And then suddenly Prabhupada starts jumping up and down on the cart. So this is one of my favorite. Another second favorite picture I have of Srila Prabhupada is Srila Prabhupada offering Arti to Krishna Balram. It's very beautiful. If you look at Srila Prabhupada's facial expression and a small drop of tear in one of his eye as he's offering the chamara to Krishna Balram. And then another beautiful picture of Srila Prabhupada is Srila Prabhupada cooking. And then there is one picture of Srila Prabhupada in which he's not wearing anything on the top. He's very relaxed in his quarters and he's playing harmonium. It's a black and white picture. And there is one picture where Prabhupada is taking a bath during the, what is it called? The Kumbh Mela. And Prabhupada is sitting, in a typical Indian fashion way and is taking bath in Kumbh Mela. So very personal, very nice glimpse of it. This is Prabhupada dancing in the Rath Yatra. Prabhupada giving us the gift of Sri Jagannath Rath Yatra. which we relish every year. It has been this pastime of Lord Jagannath is enacted so many times in a year. Before it was just enacted once. This pastime happened only once. But by Prabhupada's mercy is happening numerous times at numerous places. Rath Yatra keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And probably in some other planet also the Rath Yatra continues to go on, where Srila Prabhupada is preaching right now. So I'm going to talk about Jayananda Prabhu, but that is for later, and the mercy of Jayananda Prabhu and the heritage that we have received by Srila Prabhupada's mercy through Jayananda Prabhu, the heritage we have received. We'll talk a little later. But let's start with Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra. We will not go so much into who Lord Jagannath is and so on, because we all are pretty familiar with who Lord Jagannath is. Why did he incarnated the way he incarnated, and so on. So I'm not going to go into this, but you can see the presentation very clearly, bro. I use WebEx a lot. I'm not so much used to Zoom, so
it's good, Prabhu. If you want to make it full screen, that is also okay.
So I do a presentation mode and it'll become full screen.
Yeah.
Let me try.
You can, on the right bottom, you can that cup thing, after the minus sign. Yeah.
There you go, full screen.
No, ये हो गया अभी presentation में हो गया, but this is your screen.
Yeah, this one I do. Oh, this one?
Yes. No,
This
again,
one?
it's going to. It's okay, bro.
That's
So
okay. Enjoy.
Yeah.
We're from India. We enjoy whatever we have.
Yeah.
We don't worry for perfection. So, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by the mercy of his disciples, right, we're enjoying Rath Yatra. Just to orient everybody, a lot of times when we think of Jagannath Puri, we think it is northeast. But Jagannath Puri, and I'm from Gujarat. So if you look, this is where I am from, this is Gujarat. And if you draw a straight line, it is south of Gujarat also a little bit. So this is where Orissa is. And on the border, on here, I highlighted this, the Jagannath Puri is right on the banks of the ocean. And this is the temple of Lord Jagannath. It's a magnanimous, beautiful temple, different views of temple. And this is Lord Jagannath himself. He's gigantic and he's very beautiful and is very nicely dressed by the devotees. So everybody knows Jagannath is Krishna himself. He's son of Vasudev Devaki or Nanda Baba Yasodamai. And he's standing here holding Shankha and Chakra. And he's in a very opulent Vesha. Actually, there are so many different Vesas that Jagannath has. And especially if you can look at his eyes, I always feel that when I look at the Lord Jagannath from Puri, his eyes is full of karuna. How do you say karuna in English? But it's compassion. There is so much compassion. It's just like have you seen like a small child who has not seen his mother for a long time, and then suddenly he sees his mother coming from the far, and he sees in the expression that comes into the eyes. That is the expression Lord Jagannath has. And it's a very beautiful expression. You will only find it here at Jagannath Puri, Jagannath. And this is Daudada Baldevji. And Lord Balram is Krishna's brother. And he's holding Palau and Gada in his hands. And is Krishna's elder brother. His mother's name is Rohini and father's name is Vasudev. But by he used to consider Nanda Baba his own father. Actually, it is described that when Nanda Baba and Mother Yasoda went to see Krishna Balaram at Kurukshetra, Lord Balaram ran and jumped into the lap of Nanda Baba. And when he did that, Vasudeva was thinking, he has never done this with me. He's my son, and he has never done, he's always in a lot of, he always behaves very, in an etiquette way with me, but with Nanda Baba, he just ran and he sat in his lap. So even though, and it is described in Sri Gopal Champu that Mother Rohini was sent by Vasudevji to Vrindavan. When Mother Rohini was sent, she was some months pregnant when she was sent to Vrindavan. And then she came on a horse. When Vasudeva find out that Kans was going to kill everybody, he sent Mother Rohini on a horse. She came riding a horse into Vrindavan. And then there's a whole story of how Mother Rohini's pregnancy prolonged, and then how Balram was placed from Mother Kunti's womb to Mother Rohini's womb, and so on. So that is how Balram appeared. Now comes Mother Subhadra. Mother Subhadra is quite younger than Krishna and Balram. Many years younger. If I'm not mistaken, she's at least 20 years younger than Krishna and Balram. Actually, when Krishna and Balram went back to Mathura, they released their parents, and established Ugrasen as the king of Mathura and so on. Subhadra appeared after that. And Mother Subhadra is a daughter of Rohini ji and Vasudev ji. So she is Balaram's sister, also Krishna's sister, because Krishna is son of Vasudeva. And she was very dear to Krishna and Balaram both. She was so dear that when Krishna found out that Balaram wanted her to be married in the Kaurava family with the son of Duryodhan, Krishna articulated a whole drama where he called Arjun, and he asked Arjun to run away with Subhadra. And he married Subhadra to his most dear friend Arjun. So this Subhadra is very dear to Krishna and Balaram, and she became part of the Rath Yatra festival too. So when we participate in the Rath Yatra festival, we have to be cognizant, we have to be conscious, we have to know who is riding on the chariot that we are pulling. And why are they riding together? In the story that when Narad Muni found Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra ecstatic on hearing the pastimes of Vrindavan, he requested that a temple should be built, and he wants to see all three forms. The way he saw here today, he wanted them to be established in there. And thus Mother Subhadra became part of this festival of Rath Yatra, as she got established in the temple along with Baldev and Jagannath ji in Puri Dham. It is said in the scriptures that Mother Subhadra, in her previous life, was daughter of Vibhishan Maharaj. Who's Vibhishan? Ravan's younger brother. And he was an ardent devotee of Lord Ramchandra. Her name was Trijata. And she used to serve Mother Sita when Mother Sita was captivated by Ravan. So she was very affectionate towards Mother Sita, actually. She had a very good relationship with Mother Sita, and she served Mother Sita very well. Lord Ramchandra was very pleased by her care and kindness extended toward Mother Sita, and he blessed her to appear as Subhadra during his Krishna Leela. So Mother Subhadra, appears as a sister, and she rides to Vrindavan along with Baldev and along with Krishna when being pulled by the gopis or invited by the residents of Vrindavan. So now, and this is, in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, they are in three different altars. I mean, they're in one altar, but I have never been to Puri, but I've been told there is, gates, three doors or three gates, and you can take darshan separately. But if you place them together, this is how they would look. So I had just pasted the three pictures together of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Now, in order to understand Lord Jagannath and how to take darshan of Jagannath, we have to understand Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and how in what mood he took darshan of Jagannath Swami. We have, as the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as the followers of Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, we have to also try to understand the mood of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, try to understand how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to see Jagannath. And we have to also cultivate ourselves, cultivate our hearts, cultivate our eyes, cultivate our consciousness to take darshan of Chaitanya, of Jagannath Ji in the same way. In order to experience the real essence of Rath Yatra, in order to experience Rath Yatra, one has to understand how to see Lord Jagannath, who is the prime object of Rath Yatra. The one whom we are pulling, how do we see him? What is he to us? What is his relationship with us? Why am I doing this? So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas at a very young age, he wanted to go and live in Vrindavan. But Mother Sachi, who had already lost her elder brother Vishwambar, and had lost her husband, Sri Jagannath Misra, she requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that I want to make a request. Please don't go to Vrindavan. Can you please stay in Jagannath Puri? I want you to stay close by so that I can receive, information on how you are doing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to live at Jagannath Puri. When he came, he lived at two different places in Jagannath Puri. First place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived was at the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, he went to the temple. He ran. When he saw the temple of Lord Jagannath, he ran towards the temple. And he entered the temple of Lord Jagannath, and out of love for Lord Jagannath, Krishna, he fainted on seeing Lord Jagannath. And when he fainted, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was a very respected Brahmin, a minister to King Prataprudra and the head priest over there, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He can understand from the transformations happening on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body that this is a very elevated person. So, and that too, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the dress of a sannyasi. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed at Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house for some time. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for South India Yatra, and after coming back from South India Yatra, the last 12 years of his stay in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived in a place called Gambhira, which is Kashi Misra's house. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in altogether lived 24 years in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. Basically, we can say half of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's manifest pastimes in this material world was in Navdvip Dham and half here in Jagannath Puri Dham. So this is, when it is overgrown right now, but this is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. And it's a very beautiful place. This is the inside room of Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. This is where Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya used to sit with Jagannath Swami, with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and have discussions on the matters of Krishna consciousness and Srimad Bhagavatam and so on. And this is the sixth armed form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which he manifested in front of Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He gave him a darshan of 6 term from Satabhuja Darshan. And there is a tunnel in Sri Sarabhama Bhattacharya's house. And one side of the tunnel goes to the sea, and second side of the tunnel goes to the temple. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to use this tunnel to go to Jagannath Puri's temple, to Jagannath temple, and to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. So this is Sarabhama Bhattacharya's house. And then this is Kashi Misra's house in Gambhiradham. And this is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived, and he lived here like a madman. The last 12 years Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent in Jagannath Puri, he was in complete separation. He was manifesting complete separation from Krishna, Viraha Bhava, Vipralamba Bhava, in the mood of Srimati Radharani and the gopis who are yearning for Krishna's presence back in Vrindavan, which is the essence of Sri Rath Yatra, that the gopis were so much overcome by the separation that they discarded the fact that Krishna is there with his wives. They completely forgot that Krishna is there with his parents. They completely forgot that Nanda Baba, Yasoda Mai, their elders are standing there. They completely forgot, and they started pulling Krishna's chariot towards Vrindavan. This is the same gopis who would not go and meet Krishna if Mother Yasoda is there. It is said that when Krishna and Balram were meeting with Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, and long time they were sitting together in Kurukshetra, Mother Yashoda knew that Radharani, Lalita, Visakha, the gopis are standing or waiting in a different area for Krishna. So she was worried that, it's been a long time Krishna is spending so much time with me, and they will never meet with Krishna if Nanda Baba, Yasodamai or Balram is there. That is why, Balram, then understanding the heart of his mother Yasoda, he told Nanda Baba and Mother Yasoda, come, let's go meet Vasudev, Devaki, other royal members of the family. And that's how Krishna, he came. So they were standing, they were so much, respectful towards their presence. But then once they saw Krishna, all the dam bandh that they had, built in, which was stopping the flood of separation, was broken. That dam was broken, and they started pulling Krishna. They started chastising Krishna. So in the mood of Srimati Radharani and the gopis, feeling intense separation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to feel so much separation. It is written that he used to, with his fingernail, dig the floor, and there are markings. He used to, rub his head against the walls of the Gambhira. It's not easy. It's very painful. And, but that is the intense separation. When the separation happens, you feel what would you do so that the pain will overcome the separation. You try to create some kind of some other emotion within your body or your mind, which will subside the separation so that you can live for another few months. That was the situation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is what he was experiencing. So he experienced that bhav living in this Gambhira Dham. And this is the entrance of Kashi Misra's house in Gambhira Dham. And this is one of the room in Kashi Misra's house. And in Kashi Misra's house, there is a Paduka, there is Kamandalu of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also there is, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a kambal he used to keep, that is still there in Sri Kashi Misra's house. Beautiful forms of Sri Sri Radha Kanta, Lalita Sakhi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Ashta Sakhis in Sri Kashi Misra's house. Actually, it is said that the king, Prataparudra's father, he had went and he conquered a city in South India, Kanchipura, and he obtained Sri Sakshi Gopal, Sri Radhakanta, and there is one more wonderful Bada Ganesh from that place, and he brought them to Jagannath Puri, and they were all established with Lord Jagannath, but somehow there were so many pastimes, they had to be taken away from Lord Jagannath. So then, this Radhakanta was given to Vakreshwara Pandit, to Kashi Misra to worship, and Vakreshwara Pandit is to worship. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this planet, he went back to the spiritual world. Vakreshwar Pandit used to live in Sri Kashi Misra's house, Gambhira Dham. And one of his disciple, Gopal Guru Goswami, later on took over the service of the Radhakant and Lalita Visakasta Sakhigan. This Gopal Guru is no other than the same small boy who once told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, answering the call of nature, he was holding his tongue because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tongue was constantly, uttering Krishna's name. So when Gopal, the small boy, saw that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is holding his tongue, says, "Why are you doing this?" And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "I'm going to answer the call of nature. It's a filthy place. How can I utter Krishna's name?" And this boy, explained Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that there are no rules and regulation for chanting of the holy name. It can be chanted anywhere. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so pleased with Gopal that he started calling him Gopal Guru. He's saying, "You're my Guru too." So that Gopal Guru Goswami ji, this is his beautiful form established in the Gambhira temple. And he used to worship Sri Radhakanta. Right now also you can go and take darshan of Sri Radhakanta. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu living in Jagannath Puri, taking darshan of Sri Jagannath ji on a daily basis. That was his kram. Every day he would go and take darshan of Jagannath. After taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, he would come and see Sri Haridas Thakur. And after doing that, he would come home and then he would honor prasadam. There is a wonderful pastime, and I'm connecting this pastime with Rath Yatra. There is wonderful pastime that one day, Ek Dina Mahaprabhu Kariya Che Seeion, Krishna Rasa Leela Kare Dekhila Swapana. One day, Mahaprabhu, constantly thinking about Krishna, went to sleep. And in his sleep, he saw that Krishna was doing Ras Leela with all the gopis. Krishna Rasa Leela Kare Dekhila Swapana. In his dream, he saw Tribhanga Sundara Deha Murali Vadana Pitambara Vanamala Madana Mohana. How was Krishna appearing in his dream? Tribhanga Sundara Sarira. Tribhanga, Krishna is bent in 3 different forms. And whenever I say Krishna, you have to think of Jagannath also because we'll connect. Tribhanga, Krishna is bent at 3 places. One, his neck. Krishna doesn't keep his neck straight. He's bent like this. Look at Radhakanta. You see his neck is bent here. Krishna's second is bent in his kamar, in his waist. He's bent. And third, his ankles are bent. So Krishna is called Tribhanga. At 3 places, he's bent. The Tribhanga Sundara Deha. Murali Vadana, he's playing flute. Pitambara, wearing a yellow dhoti. Vanamala, the mala or the flower garland made from the flowers which are wild flowers which are found in the forest. Madana Mohana. He was so beautiful that he was enchanting the Cupid, the Madana, the Kamadevta. Mandali Badhe Gopigana Karena Nartana. The gopis had made groups, various different groups, and they were dancing. Madhya Radha Sahanache Vrajendra Nandana. And in the middle, along with Srimati Radharani, Vrajendra Nandan, Sri Nanda Baba's son, Krishna was dancing. Dekhi Prabhu Sahi Rase Avishta Haila Vrindavane Krishna Painu Ei Jnana Kaila. Seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very satiated, very satisfied, and he was thinking, "Oh, I have now captured Krishna in Vrindavan itself. I am in Vrindavan, and Krishna, I'm seeing Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, and I have captured Krishna in Vrindavan." Prabhu, so he was engrossed in this dream. He did not wake up at his regular time. Prabhura Vilamba Dekhi Govinda Jagaila. His sevak, his servant Govinda Prabhu, he said, "Oh my God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is getting late for darshan of Lord Jagannath. Let me wake him up." He woke him up. Jagile Swapna Jnana Haila, Prabhu Dukhi Haila. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu woke up, oh, he says, oh, I thought I had Krishna in Vrindavan. I was with Krishna and Radha in Vrindavan. Oh, that was just a dream. He became a little bit morose. He becomes sad. Deha Bhyasa Nitya Kritya Kari Samapana. Deha Bhyasa Nitya Kritya. That means washing his body, washing his teeth, everything. He did that. Kale Yai Kaila Jagannath Darsana. He went to see Lord Jagannath. Yavat Kala Darsana Karena Garudera Pache. So there is one pillar in Jagannath Puri temple. It's called Garudastham. There is this pillar and there is the a sculpture of Lord Garuda or the deity of Garuda established on that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to hold the Garuda Stamba and he used to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Yavat Kale Darsana Karena Garudera Pache. Prabhura Aage Darsana Kare Loka Lakh Lakh. And there are hundreds of thousands of people who are doing darshan. They are ahead of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is standing at the Garuda Stamba. And he doesn't stand in the front. Why he doesn't stand in the front? If he stands in the front, there are so many people coming and going, they'll disturb his darshan. He is standing at Garuda Stamba where nobody will bother him. And he is ekatas, ekmit. You know what is ekmit? Without even flinching his eyes, he's looking at Lord Jagannath. He's taking darshan. Then what happened? Udiya ekastri bhide darsana na paena. Udiya, there was one lady, one old lady from Orissa, the local lady. Bhida darsana na paena. Due to a lot of people, she was not able to take darshan. You know, the lady is, bent down because of the age. Our Abhay, Abhay Prabhu, his spine has bent 23 degrees, right? So Abhay should have been at least 5.5 feet tall, but because the spine is bent, he's not able to. So when the people get old, they get bent in their spine like this. Abhay's spine is bent like this, but they get bent like this. So they go like this. I've seen when you see anybody acting like an old person, they go like this. So this lady, she's not able to see Jagannath. There is so much bheed. Garuda chadi dekha Prabhura skandhe pada diya. So she thought, oh, let me, climb on the Garuda Stamba and take darshan of Jagannath. So in order to do that, she went towards Garuda Stamba in the eagerness to take darshan. She placed her feet on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body and climbed up. Garuda chadi dekhe Prabhura skandhe pada, on his shoulder. She placed her feet. She's standing on the top and she's taking darshan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is totally oblivious to all this thing. Actually, I have experienced this kind of thing. We used to go to, there is a place called Vadtal in Gujarat. And on Purnima days, on festival days, Janmashtami days, Ramanavami days, there is so much bheed. There's so many people. All you have to do is stand in front of the door. The gate opens and they push you in. And they take you, you can't move, you can't do anything. You're just totally, like you're sitting in a ride, and it's very hard to take darshan. If you have to take darshan, then you have to, push somebody, do this. So you have to experience this. And you cannot chastise anybody. Everybody is so eager to take darshan of the Lord. So she stood up on the shoulder of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and climbed up on the Garuda Stamba. Dekhiya Govinda aste vyasta stri ke varjila tare namaite Prabhu Govinda nisedila. So when Govinda Prabhu saw that this lady has climbed up, he's saying, oh, you old lady, you get down, get down. Do you know on whose shoulder you're climbing on? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard that noise, he realized that there is an old lady standing on his shoulder. So he started stopping Govinda Prabhu. He says, Adivasya, estri na kara varjana. Karuka yatheshta Jagannath darshana. He's chastising Govinda. What is he calling? Adivasya. You are like a Brahman, but you're behaving like an Adivasi, a wild person. Adivasi. Estri na kare varjana. Don't ask her to get down. Let her do darshan. Karuka yatheshta Jagannath. Let her do Jagannath darshan to her satisfaction. Aste vyasta sei nari bhumite namila. Mahaprabhura dekhi tanra charana vandila. So later on, the lady realized, oh my God, I climbed on a sannyasi. So she came down. When she came down, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bowed down and touched the feet of that old lady. Tara artik dekhi Prabhu kahita lagila Eta Arti Jagannatha Mora Nahi Dila. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, touching her feet, says, my dear lady, you have so much, what is Artha? So much intense desire, intense thirst to see Lord Jagannath. I am very much amazed to see the thirst, the intense desire you have. Arth means internal desire that I want this. Krishna has not given me that. Please bless me. Jagannath avista ihara tanu mana prane. Just the desire that you have to see Jagannath, such desire, please bless me that I also have. Mora skande pada diya che taho nahi jane. And you climbed on my shoulder. You didn't even realize you were doing that. So much desire, intense desire you have. Aho bhagyavati vandi ihara paya. You are very bhagyavan. I pay obeisances at your lotus feet. Ihara prasade aiche arti hamara vahaya. He's saying, by your blessing, mother, one day I will have this kind of intense desire to see Lord Jagannath. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got totally moved by this lady's desire to see. And that is why when we do arti in the temple, that arti and this arti is the same. Arti means desire to see. The process of arti is, we have the light lamp. We slowly move our lamp in such a way that we take darshan of the lotus feet, we take darshan of the navel and the middle part of the body, we take darshan of his lotus face, and then we take darshan of his whole body. We take darshan of his whole body. It's called arti. We should be conscious of what's going on the altar, and very intense desire to take darshan of the Lord. Purva aisi yabe kela Jagannatha darsana Jagannatha dekhe saksat Vrajendra Nandana. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after praying to the lady, is thinking, oh, before I woke up, I was with Sri Krishna in Vrindavan. I am still thinking of that Krishna. And when I'm looking at Jagannath, I am seeing Jagannath dekhe saksat Vrajendra Nandana. When I am seeing Jagannath, I am seeing Sakshat Vrajendra Nandana. I am seeing Sakshat. I am not seeing Dharika Krishna. I am not seeing Mathura Krishna. I am seeing Sakshat Vrajendra Nandana. Swarup Nera Darsanave se Tadrupa Haila Mana Yahan Tahan Dekhe Sarvatra Murli Vadana. He's saying that because of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that because of that wonderful dream Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had, when he was looking at Jagannath, he was seeing that Jagannath was wearing peacock feathers. Jagannath was playing flute. The same flute that he heard being played in his dream continued when he took the darshan of Lord Jagannath. This is how we take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath playing flute, especially when the gopis are pulling Jagannath. They gave Jagannath a flute. Oh, you're coming here in a king's waist. Now take off your dhoti, wear this pitambar, wear this turban. You know what this? Let go of this weapons, wear this flute, and so on. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to see Jagannath as he's playing the murli. Ebe yadi stririra dekhi prabhura bahya haila. But then slowly, because of this whole incident, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's consciousness became external. Jagannath Subhadra Balarama Swarupa Dekhila. Then he saw the actual form of Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. And right away he thought, Kurukshetra re dekhi Krishna aiche haila mana. In the mood of Radharani, he is now chastising Krishna. Oh, you're in the same form. The form I saw you while I was in Kurukshetra, I came to meet you. You're in the same form here again, Krishna. Kurukshetra dekhi Krishna aiche haila mana. Kahan Kurukshetra aila, kahan Vrindavana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started lamenting. I was in Vrindavan just few hours ago, watching the Ras dance, and now I am in Kurukshetra. When we see Lord Jagannath, this form of taking darshan, that this is Kurukshetra Jagannath, this is Vrindavan Krishna, Nanda Nandana, that Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Sant Sadeva Hridaye Suva. So that anjan of prema, that we need to anoint in our eyes to see the real form of Jagannath. Otherwise, we will always see Jagannath as Kurukshetra Jagannath. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is used to see Jagannath as Vrajendra Nandana Jagannath. He's saying, Prapta Ratana Harana Aiche Vyara Haila Visanahana Prabhu Nija Vasaila. Oh, realizing the Kurukshetra form of Jagannath, he's lamenting as if Prapta Ratana Harana Aiche. If somebody has a very valuable jewel or a diamond and somebody takes away that diamond, how morose and sad that person feels, how empty that person feels. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling that much empty and morose on seeing Kurukshetra. Have we even thought when we are looking at Krishna or Jagannath that this is Kurukshetra Jagannath or Vrindavan Nandan, Rajendra Nandana? This we pick up from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he used to see Sri Jagannath in the temple of Jagannath Puri, standing nearby the Garud Stamba, the stone underneath his feet would melt out of the ecstasy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that stone had imprinted forms of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. That stone was removed by the king of Jagannath Puri and kept in his palace for long times. After that, he has made a small temple within the Jagannath temple premises and he has placed that stone over there. One Mataji, she is very elevated devotee, she requested the pujari that can she get an imprint of that stone on a cloth. And somehow the pujari agreed. And so she put some kumkum on the stone and she put the cotton cloth on it. And you see the imprint of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet from that stone on this cloth. This is the intensity of love that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to experience when he saw Jagannath. This Rath Yatra and the preparation to the Rath Yatra is a chance to practice, to cultivate that kind of consciousness, to look at Lord Jagannath, to experience Lord Jagannath in that form. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to approach Lord Jagannath's cart, used to utter some slokas, and one of the sloka that he uttered, Naham Vipro Nacha Narapatir Napi Vaishya Na Sudro Naham Varnina Cha Grihapatir Na Vanastho Yatirva Kintu Prodyan Nikhila Paramananda Purnam Britam Dher Gopi Bhartu Padakamalyor Das Dasanu Dasa. He was, by uttering this slok in front of Lord Jagannath, he was teaching us the real identity that we should have, or how we should identify ourselves as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We all get second initiation. We all, give, big classes, sing nice kirtan. A lot of people give us so much glorification, and we feel we are something. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is crushing that. Naham Vipro, I'm not a Brahmin. Nacha Narapatir, I'm not a king. And by the king, if somebody is very opulent or something, I should not be, my identity is not through that opulence. Nacha Narapatir, Napi Vaishyo Na Sudra. I'm not a big businessman, not I am a Sudra. Naham Varani. I'm not like a Tyagi Tapasvi. Nacha Grihapatir. I am not a grihastha or a big landlord. Na vanastho yatirva. Na, I'm not like a vanaprastha or something. Kintu prodhyam nikhila paramananda purnam britabdher gopi bhartu padakamalyor dasa dasa anudasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of whom Gopi Bhartu Padakamalyor. And who's that Gopi Pardu? What is his quality? Kintu Prodiyam Nikhila Paramananda is full of happiness and bliss. Purnamrita Abdher. Abdher is like ocean. He's ocean of Purnamrita Swadanam. It is Purnamrita Abdher. Gopi Bhartur Padakamalyor. We are the servants of Gopi Bhartur. So who is Gopi Bhartur? Gopi Bhartur is the one, or if I loosely translate Gopi Bhartur, is one who looks after the gopis, maintains the gopis, and who is the husband of the gopi. That means Gopi Bhartur always lives with the gopi. Isn't that true? Now gopis never live in Vrindavan. So if Gopi Bhartu, if somebody is Gopi Bhartu, in order for Krishna to become Gopi Bhartu, he has to be present in Vrindavan. Otherwise, he's not Gopi. He has to be the son of Maharaj Nanda, Vrajendra Nandana. He cannot be Vasudeva Nandana Krishna in order to be Gopi Bhartu. He cannot be Devki Nandana. He has to be Yasoda Nandana Krishna to be a Gopi Bhartu. He has to let go of all the royal robes, of all the jewelry, all the crowns, and he has to again hold the bamsi, the venu, has to wear a turban, pitambara that Mother Yasoda gives him, and decorate the body with the minerals of Sri Govardhan Hill, and wear the vanmala, Vaijayanti Mala, vanmala, which is obtained by the flowers of Vrindavan. He has to walk naked feet, marking the land of Vrindavan with his Padachinha. That is Gopi Bhartu. If we are the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we also identify ourselves as Gopi Bhartu Padakamalyor Das Dasana Dasa. I know it's nearly 8:30, but I want to take 5 more minutes. We are all Jivas. Jiva, so. Jive Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. Our Swarup is to be eternal servant of Krishna. Our activity is Seva. Seva, Nitya Seva. And Jiver Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. Now, how do we serve Krishna? Every Jiva has a different taste, different ruchi. Every Jiva has a different taste, different ruchi. Based on the Jiva's individual taste and ruchi, there is 5 different ways in which we can serve. Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsulya, and Madhurya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preaches the Madhurya because he's talking about Gopir Bhartu. Gopir Bhartu Padakamalyor. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the who? Husband of the gopis. Which gopi? The topmost gopi, Srimati Radharani. We identify, the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu identify themselves as maid servants of Srimati Radharani. In the footsteps of Sri Rup Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Jiv Goswami, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, as narrated by Sri Vrindavan Das, Thakur Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, and so many other stalwart disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, as the servants of the servants of the servants of the gopis, what is our topmost duty? If we are the servant of the servant of the servant of a gopi, Bhartu Krishna, servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis, our topmost duty is to unite Krishna with the gopis. Continuously think how we can unite Krishna and Radharani. Continuously. That is the subject matter of Radha Rasamani. Prabodhanand Saraswati Path. That is the essence All the Lalasmai Pratana we read about Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, they talk about how as a maid servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis or Radharani, how do I serve? That is my ultimate goal. So that opportunity presents for the first time in the life of any follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Rath Yatra. In the form of Rath Yatra, we pull the rope, assisting the gopis to bring Krishna back home to Vrindavan. We pull the rope. This is the first. Because as soon as we start, following in the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we cannot right away go into the mood of Gopir Bhartur Patu Kamalyor Das Dasano Dasa. This happens when the Bhakti Lata creeper becomes very tall, very strong, and it starts bearing fruits, and the fruits become soft and pulpy and juicy. That's when this mood we can understand. Before that, we have to let the branch become strong. We have to let the roots become strong. We have to let the trunk become strong. We have to let the leaves become wider and greener. How do we do that? By chanting with very focus, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By weeding out all the offenses like Vaishnava Prad and so on from our life. By being Trinadapi Sunichena Taroreva Sahishna Amanina Manadena Kirtanyastari, being more humble than the straw blade, being more tolerant than the tree, not expecting any recognition for ourselves and giving all recognition to others. And following slowly in these footsteps, one day our bhakti tree will grow and bear the fruit of bhakti. And when it becomes soft and juicy, we will understand this consciousness of Gopir Bhartur Pad Kamalyor Das Dasano Dasa. But mercifully, Krishna, through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and through the Guru Parampara by Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj's mercy, we have been given Rath Yatra Mahotsav many times in a year to experience this bhav, this mood of serving of the gopis, becoming Dasa Dasano Dasa of the gopis, pull the chariot, unite them. All the activities we do for the Rath Yatra culminates towards the same aim of uniting with Krishna, whether it's printing flyers, making prasadam, pulling the ratha, decorating the ratha, dismantling the ratha, cleaning the site, whatever. Radha Rasudanidhi, creating, cleaning up the place where Krishna and Radha meet is also Krishna consciousness. That is one of the desire of the maid servant of Srimati Radha. So I'll stop here today. I think the plan is to continue next week also. And next week we'll go into the other next slok, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu utters when he sees Lord Jagannath, and try to understand how this slok Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uses to see Jagannath as Krishna, the husband of Srimati Radharani. And then we will see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to participate in Jagannath Rath Yatra, how we follow in his footsteps to participate in Jagannath Rath Yatra, what are the different activities that happen before and after the Rath Yatra, and how we understand them, and how we use this period to enhance or grow our Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Lata Bij, and get more opportunity to serve during this nice festival which is coming up. So I'll stop here. If it's okay, we can open up for any questions or any answers. Any
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Such a sweet nectar. And
sorry, it took a long time to bring everybody to the Rath Yatra.
No, it was a perfect ride. I mean, I was thinking we go to so many Rath Yatras around, but this 1 hour was so intense that we could, really go into it in our consciousness. So thank you so much for that ride. And we are looking for part 2. Right now we stopped. Like the chariot was stopped at Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. So we are eagerly waiting for the next part. I do have some questions and something to share, but I will first open up for other devotees on the call. If you have anything related to today's discussion or in general anything, you can unmute yourself and you can You can ask the question or add or whatever. So feel free to unmute yourself. You can raise your hand. You can type on the chat box. So I will urge everyone to make it a little quick because we all know how short of time Prabhuji is, because of he has to take care of Abhay. So we can respect his time.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, accept my obeisance, August of Prabhupada.
Thanks.
Jai, I want to thank you for the sweet, very, very sweet class, Prabhu. Actually, I was reading through some quotes during the day, a little bit off and on. I kind of sent one of it to Dear Krishna this evening. Just seeing the mood of Lord Chaitanya, preparing for Lord Jagannath, how he participated and celebrated all the festivals, and how he celebrated Ram Navami and he made all his disciples dress up as monkey soldiers. It was really making me realize how Lord Chaitanya really set the mood and the standard and the way, like they say in the Christian church, right? We lead the way. So I was really appreciating how Lord Chaitanya was, in this mood of Rath Yatra, how he's showing us how to actually enjoy the festival, how to really get into the mood, how to really embrace it, how to really prepare our hearts and our minds. And I was really appreciating, and I really like the pastime of that old Mataji that climbed on the pillar. That is, I think, one of my favorite pastimes. Thank you for sharing that. It just shows, at least for me, she didn't care who was around. She just wanted to see the Lord. That's what she wanted to do. She didn't care who she was trampling on. And it made me realize, do we have that same desire, Prabhu? Do we have that same, when I heard that pastime, I was thinking, whoa, do I have that same desire of, wanting to get, and you said she was hunchback, I think you said, right?
She wasn't, but she was old, so she was like a little bit
She was
bad.
old. Okay, so if she was old with, back and hunchback and with a stick and all that, but she was climbing on those people to see the Lord. And I'm thinking, do I have that desire? They're just to go to the temple. We think, oh my God, 20 minutes, half an hour is like 30,000 miles, and you have this lady with hunchback and a stick, old, will do anything to see the Lord. Like she was even climbing the Lord himself to see the Lord. So I was really appreciating that point, Prabhu, how we have to be so eager, regardless of what our conditions are, to come out of a comfort zone, and in fact, your class was really reflecting on the class we had this morning in Bhagavatam. If Dear Krishna remembers how Prabhupada was saying the purport, we have to go out of our way to serve the Lord as devotees. And it's so much in the same mood with this lady, the old lady. So really, thank you. I really like that pastime.
Great.
Thank you for bringing that up. It helped me to put the two and two together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. It was very, very nice sharing of the realization. Anyone else? While others are thinking, a quick one realization or one sharing I would like to do is, I still remember 2013 or 14, how merciful if, Lord Jagannath, even to a person like me. So somehow it happened that our Mukundan Prabhu was not able to go to pick Jagannath, from Philadelphia, Maheshwar Prabhu. And somehow, like all the devotees, we were still new to the congregation, and everybody was thinking, oh, Mukundan Prabhu will not go, who will go? So somebody suggested, I can't remember exactly, but oh, maybe Devendra Prabhu can go. I think I was not initiated that time. So I said, okay. I had no idea. And I took up that service by the mercy of devotees. And that service happened, everything. Within 6 months, it so happened that I got a chance to go to India. And it was never in my mind to go to Puri, Jagannath Puri. And somehow I was so fascinated that I made a special plan to go to Jagannath Puri. More than that, the experience I had there was so blissful. Like I always share with devotees that the night, it was midnight and we were given the prasadam of Lord Jagannath. It was 2 matkis full. It was until here. And the feeling was, and it was just not me, like I had a couple of more devotees with me. The feeling was that even if we die today, I don't care. It was so blissful that time. Of course, the next morning was a different issue, different thing. But it was such a beautiful experience. And Lord Jagannath gave me that opportunity to come to Puri and whatever places, all the places you showed, Prabhuji. Fortunately, I could visit there. One question I have, maybe I will try to explain. I'm sure you will understand what I'm trying to understand here is, like we see how gopis were feeling the separation from Krishna and they were pulling Lord Krishna there. And similarly, we see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling the separation while in Puri. And all, at the same time, we see they had other gopis or other devotees who were their shelter when they were in the mood of separation from the Lord. Similarly, I mean, we are in the separation from Lord. Of course, we have Vigraha at home, at temple, but still, technically, we are in separation from Lord, although might not be feeling it. But just how is that true that our shelter is only our devotees? In this period when we are in separation from Lord, I'm not sure if I'm able to explain the question.
And by shelter, you mean our Aadhar to survive?
Yes.
So when the gopis were experiencing Vipralamba, the only way they could survive was Tava Kithamritam Tapta Jivanam. By, just by talking about Krishna with each other, they used to survive. They all used to come and meet somewhere in the forest of Vrindavan, and then they would chastise Krishna and talk about Krishna. So that was their Aadhar, their source of shelter. See, now also we are thinking that separation is a finite period of time, when we are in a period of separation. But for the gopis, the separate was forever. Separation was forever. So it was like an ocean, never ending. And even though Radha Sharat Bihari is at home, Radha Madhav is at home, Jagannath is at home, Gaurnita is at home. And similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also see Jagannath at home, right? I mean, in Jagannath Puri, he was standing in front. But seeing him increases the separation. So what is this separation? The separation is, I am not with Krishna in Vrindavan. Well, how did the pastime end? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was seeing Krishna and Radharani along with the gopis in Vrindavan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying, oh, I have obtained Krishna in Vrindavan. And then when he became external in Jagannath Puri temple, he saw, oh my God, this is Kurukshetra Krishna. And he became so sad, right? So we always yearn to unite and serve in Sri Vrindavan Dham under the guidance of the gopis. That is and the yearning creates the feeling of separation. That, oh, I have still not been able to do that. I've still not been able to do that, right? And so our Aadhar, our shelter should be like-minded devotees. So as we were saying that every soul has its own ruchi or taste. According to the taste and ruchi, the soul serves. Not that, one is inferior than other, but you cannot study medicine while spending time with mechanical engineers, or you cannot study civil engineering while spending time with computer engineers, right? So we are in the school of Vipralamba Bhava. We are in the school of cultivating the consciousness of Gopi Bhartur Padakamalli or Das Das Anudas. Then we have to associate with the students who are making progress in that subject and who are attending the right classes in the school. So, and we have intense desire, just like you said, by serving a little bit Lord Jagannath, you got an opportunity to go to Jagannath Puri. Similarly, if you put faith in the words of our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj, we just with full faith serve by chanting the holy name, serve by doing whatever services we are given, serve by not making any Vaishnava aparad or any other aparad, Trinadapi Sunichena, intensely follow that shloka. If we do that, then slowly we will come to a point where we will get association of such devotees who are, practicing Gopi Bhartu Padakamalyor Das Dasananda. Under them, we will start learning how to become one. Right? How to become one. So it's like entering the pre-med, then slowly we get into the medical school, then we go into the rotations, then we go into the, what is it called, residency, and then you do like the MD program and all. So gradually, but the intense desire should be in our heart for that. We should be yearning because Krishna is sitting in our heart. He knows our intense desire. If our intense desire outwardly is to do that, but inside it is to get man, pratishtha, this, that. Krishna, ye yathamam prapadyante tam stavya bhajaviham. Whatever you ask for me, I'll give you. Did I answer?
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So that comes down to the association, the right association.
Yeah, it comes to right association. Unfortunately, a lot of people mistake in understanding what is right association. They think anybody who wears dhoti and kurta is a right association, or anybody who agrees to whatever I say is the right association. Or they say whoever always glorifies me or never says anything bad to me is the right association. But sometimes the right association is when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu calls Govinda, hey Adivasi. Or Prabhupada chastising his disciple like, you rascal.
Thank you, Prabhuji. One thing when we were talking of explaining the meaning of Aarti, what should be our consciousness. So when I was in Jagannath Puri temple, the Jagannath temple Pujari at that time, he told me, just by seeing the Aarti to the Lord, when Pujari is doing the Aarti, just by seeing that in the temple, millions of lifetimes of sins are vanished. Just by seeing that Aarti, going on in the temple. Just came to my, I could recall it when you were explaining that. Thank you.
And can I add one more thing to that, Prabhu? We see Aarti every Sunday. We do Aarti every day at home. Our sin should have been gone away. We're chanting holy name. One holy name is enough, right? But then there are certain sins which are called Vajralepa. They are very hard to go. We make sins or aparad towards the devotees. So why did Jagai Madai get the mercy? Because they never associated with devotees before. So they never did any devotee aparad. So they got the mercy. Vrindavan Das Thakur writes this. And we associate a lot. And we don't surrender, we associate. And we make that just as a mundane, turn that into mundane friendship. We turn that into mundane social entertainment. We turn that into mundane social meeting together. Then all the mundane things comes with it. Right? Man, pratishtha, badai, iski baat udhar, udhar ki baat idhar, everything comes with it. So, yeah, he's right. We burn millions of births of, but then we create also very fast. And that too big ones now.
Thank you, Prabhu. So maybe a couple of minutes, if somebody has any more questions, you can quickly take in a minute or two. It's already 8:50.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Radhe Radhe, Prabhuji.
Jai, Radha Radha, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, very nice katha, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Just
Jai
one, I think you explained very nicely about the elderly Mataji devotee. So on that, Prabhuji, I think as you said, Prabhuji, yo yathamang prapadyanti tam satheva bhajamyam mama barmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasa. So Mataji was trying to do all what she can do to see Lord Jagannath. And probably Lord Jagannath is also doing the same, or Mahaprabhu being Jagannath ji, he is doing the same, right? So he is appreciating. But at the same time, Prabhuji, one other thing was there. In Padma Puran, there is a mantra called Prasidam Jagatam Natham Bhagnaram Dukkha Kripa Katakya Patena Trayasu Karunakara. So whether, Lord Jagannath has big eyes to scan everything and see, right? So as long as Mataji, like the elderly Mataji is there, even if she's not able to climb and see Lord Jagannath being in her heart, he knows the bhav, and then he can able to see, like, even if Mataji is not able to climb because of the old age and all, Lord Jagannath can see everything because he has big eyes to see and he knows the bhav. So he can also reciprocate with that bhav also. Just
Yeah.
that even if she is not able to climb, right?
Correct. Even if she's not able to do that, no harm. I was actually, Guru Maharaj always talks about one Mahatma in Vrindavan who had no eyes. And in Banke Bihari temple, he would push everybody and stand in front of Krishna. So one day, the Maharaj, the Pujari said, Prabhu, you don't have eyes, you can't see anything. Why do you push everybody and come in front? He says, I can't see anybody, but Krishna can see me that I'm here. So I come here to show him I'm here. So, but that's little bit different than what you meant. But yes, you're right, Prabhu. Jagannath Swami notices her presence through his big eyes. And his eyes are not limited to what's in the temple room. Even if Mataji is due to some sickness not able to come to temple, but she's crying in her heart that I want to see Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath accepts that as her taking his darshan.
Correct.
That intense desire also. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. Like whether Lord Jagannath see her or she sees Lord Jagannath, it is
No
exactly
matter, no difference. Yeah.
no matter, right? Like whether cucumber falls on the knife or knife fall on the cucumber.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm glad Sandeep Krishna Prabhu asked that question or made that point, because I was thinking tomorrow it should not happen. We start jumping over each other to take the darshan.
No, not knowingly. This happens unknowingly. So then we find a devotee we don't like and we jump on.
Okay, Prabhuji, if you permit, we can conclude here, and we look forward to next Friday. Please keep your next Friday evening free, and we will continue with this nectar of Lord Jagannath pastimes, and to encourage and inspire ourselves. We always need inspiration. We are so dull. Actually, I'm so dull that we always need this some kind of kick to our heart, so that we can keep serving the Lord very nicely. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your time. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jagannath ki jai. We'll see you all next Friday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
There you go.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Bye.
Hare Krishna.